Good morning, and welcome to the commencement exercises for South Hunterdon High School class of 2024. It is my pleasure to introduce Luis Sanchez Hernandez, Vice President of the class of 2024, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Will everyone please rise and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the national anthem sung by the seniors Danny Gaitan Silva, Alexa Hughes, Cassidy Marino, Augustin Pellis Pablo, Hillary Pimentel Harquin, Natalie Roberts, Caitlin Srivastava, and Toby Zacapala Lopez. Will everyone please remove their hats and replace them at the end of the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go back.
Please be seated. And thank you, Concert Band, and Mr. Stevens, Miss Allen, and Vocal Ensemble. It is my honor to introduce to you members of the Board of Education for South Hunterdon Regional School District, Mr. Jim Gallagher, Miss Ronnie Todd Marino, Miss Jennifer Batchelor, Miss Martha Dennis, Miss Gina Fischetti, Mr. Brian Keys, Mr. Kevin Kowalowski, Mr. Michael Strauss, Miss Megan Warner. Thank you for your dedication to the children of South Hunterdon. Also joining me on the platform is the Superintendent of South Hunterdon Regional School District, Mr. Anthony Suzo, Mr. Andrew Harris, Business Administrator, Ms. Jane Ellen Ledden, Director of Curriculum, Mr. Jason Miller, Assistant Principal and Athletic Director, Dr. James Nesmith, Director of Special Services, Mrs. Amy Bill and Ms. Allison Nething, Senior Class Co-Advisors, Mr. Bay Peterson and Mrs. Dana Keck, Guidance Counselors for South Hunterdon grades 9 through 12, and Mrs. Suzanne Zambella, Graduation Coordinator. It is my joy and honor to welcome everyone to the South Hunterdon Regional High School 2024 Commencement Ceremony. I'd like to thank the parents, guardians, and family members who have loved, guided, and supported their graduates in so many ways throughout the years. I'd like to thank our teachers and staff members who have been devoted classroom teachers, mentors, and coaches at South Hunterdon for years. The care and creativity they have brought to their jobs every day has impacted our student body in countless ways. And a special thanks to Mrs. Christine Diley, this year's Teacher of the Year, and Mr. Tom Bill, our Service Professional of the Year. And we'd like to thank and we would like to wish Miss Heather Damron a happy and healthy retirement. We thank Mrs. Damron for her endless encouragement, her wise words, and for believing in us even when we doubted ourselves. The hallways and classrooms will not be the same without her presence, but the legacy she has left behind will continue to inspire future generations. And yes, I'd like to thank the class of 2024 for the leadership you have shown during this academic year, leading the way for the underclassmen and middle school students who look up to you. Each one of you has left your mark on South Hunterdon in special ways. Graduates, you showed up, you put in the time, and here you are, lucky, bright, hopeful, and smiling, sitting in your graduation gowns beside your friends and teachers on high school graduation day. The moments you spent in high school will eventually fade with time, though your high school memories are quite strong for you now. After all, for 4 years you have been steeped in South Hunterdon culture, from band and chorus concerts to the Quebec trip, from Newsella to Night at the Nest, from Flex Period to Festival of the Arts, from influential educators to IXL, from podcasting to promposals, from FFA to final exams, from Broadway field trips and back-to-school nights, from grab-and-go lunches to guidance office chats, from Go Guardian to The Great Gatsby. You get the idea, graduates. You lived through some interesting times, you learned some profound lessons, and you have had a wide variety of opportunities to develop your sense of humor, loyalty, courage, creativity, persistence, and love. Today is a day to pause and put it all into perspective. Zoom out for a moment and notice all the gifts you've been given. Today we take time together to sift through our memories and try to recognize just how lucky we all are, just how far we've all come, and just how much we've all grown. And now you're ready. This day marks the commencement of a new and exciting chapter in your life. You are ready for work, community college, undergrad dorm life, the military, new freedoms, deeper family responsibilities, travel, adventure, and a million other experiences none of us can even imagine right now. So graduates, wherever life takes you, we hope you'll treasure the happy memories you have made here. We hope you look back fondly upon the years you spent at South Hunterdon, and we hope you'll use everything you've learned here as a springboard to your new life. I'll close with these wise words by fiction writer Nora Roberts. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. Work hard, be kind. Happy graduation, everyone. We are very proud of you. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Stella Reid of the class of 2024.
Did you know that eastern box turtles exist within only a 750-foot radius of where they were born for their entire lives? If one of these turtles is moved, it will spend the rest of its life attempting to make its way back to its 750-square-foot home. It's a good thing we're not box turtles. An eagle, on the other hand, can travel up to 225 miles in just one day, spending their lives migrating across the North American continent as the seasons dictate for survival. Eagles have come to symbolize courage, strength, and freedom. We are the South Hunterdon Eagles, but in reality, we are just people. We are lucky because we have the luxury of freedom to travel anywhere in the world, to spend our lives wherever we choose, and to change our path whenever we see fit. My time spent with this graduating class has shown me how capable we all are in designing our futures. We are free to soar and seek whatever life offers, and this is a privilege that should not be taken for granted, but truly appreciated and embraced. It's highly unusual to go through school from grades 1 to 12 with a large number of the same kids, especially in this age of transient societies. We truly all grew up together. We have had the privilege of knowing one another as children and now as aspiring adults heading out on our own to start another chapter in our book of life. We are lucky people. South Hunterdon is a school where you can have the same math teacher for Algebra 1 and Calculus, your English teacher can become your guidance counselor, and your band director can be your musical mentor from middle school to senior year. We have been beyond fortunate to have the excellent teachers and great coaches that have shaped us into the people we are, and we are even more fortunate to still know and work with many of them, even up to our last days as high school students. We have been given the opportunity to form connections throughout our years here in ways that are truly impossible at other larger schools. People who were once just your classmate becomes your lifeline in a game of trash can relay at night at the nest. People that you pass in the hallways can easily become your best friend in the matter of a school year. That is the experience that our small school of South Hunterdon has given us. I know that we will miss the day-to-day with one another, and our friendships will alter, change, and take on new light. But we'll always cherish the friends we've made and sustain these friendships as we move forward, soaring like eagles to new places and embracing the freedom within us. From Barbie and Minecraft lunchboxes to new cars and college decisions, I am grateful to have known those I call my classmates. To everyone that has helped make high school an unforgettable experience, for me and the rest of my class alike, we thank you. To our parents, counselors, and teachers, we thank you. I see the futures of my classmates branch out before them, and I can't help but be infinitely excited for all of us. Whatever comes after this, college or otherwise, we are all moving towards one place, the rest of our lives. We are people with the ability to travel far and wide. We are eagles, ready to live a life of freedom and courage, and we may not be box turtles, but we can always come back home.
Thank you, Stella. We now wish to recognize the members of the class of 2024 who demonstrated excellence in the classroom. Will the members of the National Honor Society please stand as your names are announced? We ask that the parents of these students also stand as their child's name is read. Please remain standing until all the names have been called. Elio Ambrosino. Georgia Andrioli. Yordi Cruz Santiago. Nina Daly. Paul Di Benedetto. Jack Edwards. Itzel Garcia Martinez. Kyle Ingersoll. Irene Lee. Kevin Lucas Tellez. Edgar Pacheco Boada. Pablo Perez Castro. Stella Reid. Alexander Romano. Daniel Rose. Luis Sanchez Hernandez. Kaylin Trevino. Anthony Vanatone. Aaron Zalesic. Please be seated. We applaud these students and their parents for their outstanding achievement. At this time, I welcome the president of the class of 2024, Pablo Perez Castro.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming today to celebrate this special transition with us from childhood to adulthood. Before I talk my head off, I would like to start by thanking those who have carried us throughout this journey. Parents, I'm sure you don't need a teenager to tell you you've done great things, but regardless, I thank you all for the support you have given us. Whether it was reluctantly or eagerly, you drove carfuls of noisy preteens to the movies and Friday night football games. You sat on the sideline of track meets or in the audience of musicals, or both, and cheered. You signed us out of school when we faked being sick and paid for our homecoming formal wear. Above all, you taught us to be the bigger person and to seek opportunities on our own. You led by example and demonstrated how to be an adult. We thank you. At the core of our high school experience, we find New Jersey's best school faculty members. We thank each and every one of you for supporting us and guiding us through these formative middle school and high school years. Over the last 2 years, we've undoubtedly seen changes at South. New teachers, new faces, the modification of our cross-country course. Of course, we welcome these new and exciting changes as change fosters growth. We give thanks to the faculty members who are no longer teaching at South, teachers who have impacted us during our most impressionable years. While their lives are now in the world beyond South Hunterdon, the lessons, compassion, and moments they have given us will continue to linger in our hearts and minds forever. I also want to thank the new faculty members who have been part of the welcome change. And thank you to all those teachers who have seen it all. Dear Ms. Damron, I thank you on behalf of all the students you've adopted as your own over the years. You're the ray of sunshine who wants to know every last detail about our weekend adventures, who takes us to Broadway, who really cares about the future of our journeys. Your champion inclusivity, and South Hunterdon will surely miss you next year. Thank you. Dear Mr. Ward, you've really seen it all and taught it all. You've held through with us as irresponsible freshmen and encouraged us when we sighed at every unit playlist. I could proudly say that after taking all of your classes, I am more than ready for graduate school. Thank you. Dear Ms. McCall, for many years, you've laid the foundation for excellence in many different school subjects. In any science class, upper-level math class, AP exam, or SAT, the fundamentals you've taught us facilitate our successes in the world beyond algebra and geometry. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who has made my educational experience here at South Hunterdon a welcoming, fun, and enjoyable place to learn. I will begin my rant by reading from Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar, a book that I cannot recommend to everyone, but will say left a significant impact on my outlook on life. I saw my life branching out before me like the green fig tree in the story. From the tip of every branch, like a fat purple fig, a wonderful future beckoned and winked. One fig was a husband and a happy home and children, and another fig was a famous poet, and another fig was a brilliant professor, and another fig was E.G., the amazing editor, and another fig was an Olympic crew lady champion, and beyond and above these figs were many more figs I couldn't quite make out. I saw myself sitting in the crotch of this fig tree, starving to death, just because I couldn't make my mind which of the figs I would choose. I wanted each and every one of them, but choosing one meant losing all the rest, and, as I sat there, unable to decide, the figs began to wrinkle and go black, and one by one they popped to the ground at my feet. This text has been interpreted times, and I find a heartwarming reality in the message it presents. It goes without saying that anxiety about the future and our potential careers is something that plagues us all as we imagine the countless possibilities against the ticking of time. I want to remind you that this phenomenon is not something new. We've been collecting loose figs throughout our childhood. We become bookworms, athletes, actors, friends. Every year, a handful of new figs ripened, and we discovered new pathways. We found jobs, internships, call-in division sports, dream schools, trade schools, and more. Without realizing it, we've already consumed many figs. We've grown, flourished, and developed with the choices we've made. We've navigated sophomore year drama, found balances between social lives, jobs, and school, and made it to this point in our lives, sustained on the figs we've been collecting along the way. Today, class of 2024, at this very moment, the branches above you are sprouting infinitely farther than the eye can see. You're at the footsteps of this tree. You are in your best moment, and there are many, many more moments to seize. Thank you.
Thank you, Pablo. Will the class of 2024 please stand for the alma mater? I now welcome our superintendent, Mr. Anthony Suso, to the podium.
Graduates, please be seated. Good morning. It is with great pride and honor that I stand before you today to celebrate the remarkable achievements of the graduating class of 2024. This is a momentous occasion, one that marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. To the graduates, I offer my heartfelt congratulations. Today is a testament to your resilience, your commitment to excellence, and your unwavering determination to succeed. As you cross the stage and receive your diploma, starting the next chapter in your lives, I encourage you to reflect on the journey that has brought you to this moment. Throughout your time at South, you have been challenged academically, socially, and personally. You've encountered obstacles and setbacks, but you've also experienced triumphs and victories. Each experience has helped shape you into the individuals you are today, intelligent, compassionate, and capable of making a positive impact in the world. As you embark on the next phase of your journey, I urge you to embrace the opportunities that come your way. Take risks, pursue your passions, and never lose sight of your dreams. Remember that success is not measured by the accolades you receive or the titles that you hold, but by the lives you touch and the difference that you make in the world. I would like to acknowledge the tremendous support system that has helped you reach this milestone. To parents, guardians, teachers, and mentors who have guided and supported you along the way, you owe a debt of gratitude that can never fully be repaid. Their love, their encouragement, and wisdom has been invaluable, and you should take a moment to thank them for all of their support. As you prepare to embark on this new chapter of your lives, I encourage you to embrace the values of integrity, compassion, and resilience. Remember that you are capable of achieving greatness, and never underestimate the power of your dreams. In closing, I offer my sincerest congratulations to the graduating class of 2024. You have worked tirelessly to reach this moment, and you should be immensely proud of all that you've accomplished. As you leave South and step into the world beyond, know that the future is yours to shape, and the possibilities are endless. Congratulations, graduates, and may your journey ahead be filled with joy, success, and fulfillment. Thank you.
Mr. Suso, as principal of South Hunterdon Regional High School, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the South Hunterdon Regional High School class of 2024.
Mr. Gallagher, it gives me great pleasure to present the class of 2024 to the Board of Education. These students have met the legal requirements mandated by the state of New Jersey to receive their graduation diplomas from the South Hunterdon Regional High School. Mr. Gallagher, I now invite you to the stage to share some words with our class of 2024.
I'll put my reading glasses on. And if I choke up, it's just sweat in my eyes because it's so warm, and I'll keep it short. So, congratulations, class of 2024, one of the finest graduating classes that we've ever had here at South Hunterdon. You guys are amazing. Today, we celebrate an ending and a beginning. Graduation marks the end of your education in our community schools, here at South Hunterdon, and before that at Lambertville, West Amwell, or at Stockton Elementary. And I do want to acknowledge 7 of you represent the 144th and final class to graduate from Stockton Elementary School back in 2018. In all of our schools, over the past 12 years, you've been taught reading, writing, and arithmetic, history, science, foreign language. Through those years, you've had committed and caring teachers who challenged you to learn and grow. You have shown dedication and teamwork by participating in clubs and activities like FFA, Night at the Nest, band, chorus, theater and the arts, STEM programs, and sports teams. I've had the privilege of watching many of you grow up. I guarantee that every one of your parents, relatives, teachers, and friends are extremely proud of you. As you celebrate this milestone today, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on all that your families and friends have done to help and support you over the years. Together, you've worked hard to reach this day. So, when Mom asks you to take another picture, please don't roll your eyes, all right? One day you're going to be grateful to have those records of this amazing day. You're about to walk across this stage and receive your diplomas, and that's an accomplishment worth celebrating. And when this ceremony ends, you'll start a new chapter in your life where you get to write your own story. Until now, your education has been mandatory. Like it or not, for the past 12 years, you had to get up and go to school every day. But after today, you will take more control over the decisions about how you're going to spend your days. Some of you will attend college, others will go to trade school or enter the workforce. A few of you will serve our nation by enlisting in the military. Some of you will stay close to home. Others will go away to places like Baton Rouge, or New Haven, or Scotland, or Mexico. But no matter what choices you make, your school experiences have helped prepare you for whatever comes next. Always look forward with confidence, but know that your family, friends, and our South Hunterdon community will be here to support you when we're needed. We love you, and we believe in you. On behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations. We wish you the best of luck going forward. Make us proud. I have no doubt that you will.
It is my honor to direct the class co-advisors, Mrs. Amy Bill and Miss Allison Nething, to come to the podium and call the class to receive their diplomas.
Will the first row of students please stand and proceed to the front as your name is called to receive your diploma? Elio Clay Ambrosino. Georgia Andrioli. Yordi Cruz Santiago. Nina Daly. Paul Mark Di Benedetto. Jack Michael Edwards. Itzel Garcia Martinez. Kyle Emerson Ingersoll. Irene Lee. Kevin Lucas Tellez. Edgar Patrick Pacheco Boada. Pablo Perez Castro. Stella Marie Reid. Alexander Thaddeus Romano.
Daniel Eric Rose. Luis Sanchez Hernandez. Kaylin Angelica Trevino. Anthony Salvatore Venetone. Aaron Christian Zalesic. Isaac James Addis. Alessandro Aguilar Martinez. Manuel Arias. Maya Jade Barlow. Kara Jane Bednar. Patrick James Coffey. Gael Cruz Ortiz. Cooper Harrison Curry. Giancarlos Carmelo de Jesus.
Ashley Feria Martinez. Quinn Merrick Field. Emma Christine Fisher. Charlie Roy Fries. Britseida Fuentes Martinez. Dylan Charles Gallagher. Brianna Jarrett Garcia Santiago. John Garcia Santiago. Danny Gaten Silva. James Joseph Hendricks. Alexa Ann Hughes. Caleb Kaminsky. Christopher Nathaniel Kuzma. Cambria Deborah Loesch.
Ryder J. Manfredi. Cassidy Marino. Betsy Martinez Berrigan. Luis Martinez Castro. Nicholas Leo May. Thomas Joseph May. Stephen Clark McClellan. Malachi Isaiah Medina Goss. Nelson Mejia Martinez. Charles Nemeth. Augustine Peliz Pablo. Michael Pena Cruz. Connor Christie Perrins. Hillary Pimentel Harqueen.
Ryan Michael Rampel. Dale Wayne Rakowski. Marcus Joseph Redding. Natalie Constance Roberts. Danella Grace Salaji. Jacob Etheridge Smith. Caitlin Myra Shrivastava. Garrett Matthew Swayhoover. Alexa Lynn Teddemer. Jeffrey Lee Troutman. Travis James Troutman. Melissa Barbara Ubel. Jason Tucker Vavrance. Tobias Zacapala Lopez.
Thank you, Mrs. Bill, Ms. Nething. As principal of the newly graduated class of 2024, I request that you accept the promise and responsibility this achievement has given you. At this time, will each member of the class of 2024 please turn your tassels from right to left of your cap. Ladies and gentlemen, the South Hunterdon class of 2024. Graduates. Graduates, on the behalf of the graduating class, Board of Education, administration, faculty, and staff, we thank all of our guests for sharing in this graduation celebration.